Have you ever seen Beerus look like this? What about Goku? And what about Vegeta? These are all drawn by Yusuke Murata, the artist for the One Punch Man manga. In my opinion, the best shonen manga artist in the entire world. Well, it turns out he's a huge fan of Dragon Ball, and he's done tons of fan art of Dragon Ball characters, but my favorite here is definitely Beerus. I really like the Omni Guards as well. Murata's a huge fanboy just like us. He likes Street Fighter and he likes Marvel, taking shots at doing his own amazing fan work of those different series and universes. So in this one, inspired by his amazing looking Beerus, which I feel like is just such a cool looking form of Beerus, I wish he looked like this throughout all of Dragon Ball Super, I'm going to go ahead and try to draw Murata's Beerus. And I'm going to be drawing it on a brand new tablet. Huion just sent me their top of the line model, the new Kamvas 24 Pro. It's a quad HD monitor, 24 inches, which is very comparable to my current daily driver, my XP Pen 24 Pro Quad HD. So they're both $900. Which one will be the best? They're both on sale for Black Friday right now. The Huion is giving $100 off, and the XP Pen is giving $225 off. So $675 is a steal for a Quad HD drawing tablet of the highest caliber. If you're trying to save some money instead of buying a Wacom, which comparably at the 24-inch Cintiq will cost you thousands of dollars, these are under $1,000, and they're both on Black Friday sale right now. Links for those are in the description and pinned as top comment if you want to take a look. I have been a huge fan of XP Pen for many years, and I've tried various Huion products, but they're telling me today that this is the be-all end-all of their product line, so I'm anxious to give it a try and see if maybe it will become my main new tablet. Now, Huion is a tablet company that I've used a few of their tablets in the past. They've sent them to me for review, and in this video, they sent me their latest and greatest tablet, a 24-inch Quad HD tablet, which is almost identical to my XP Pen 24-inch Quad HD tablet. And so what I'm going to do in this video as I'm drawing on it is see, is it better or worse than the XP Pen? And if you're an aspiring artist, should you get one? Huion did not sponsor this video. They simply sent this tablet to me for review, so I can be bluntly honest with the quality of the tablet itself, which has a pretty nice pen. It's very long, it's lightweight, it doesn't need any charging, which is cool. The buttons are very clicky, and the drawing experience is extremely smooth with this thing. There's two places you can put the pen. They give you a holder, which you can set on your table, but you can also hook it right into the back of your monitor. The tablet has 20 express keys plus a sliding wheel, I guess you could call it, but the express keys feel kind of cheap. They're kind of just like this thin plastic that goes in. There's some tactile feedback, but as you can hear from this, they don't really scream quality, but they work. And then you get this sliding thing that zooms in and out, which I felt was lackluster. It works, but the XP Pens, you get this tactile feedback with every click, and it's so much easier to go in and out and use it as a zoom function. You can adjust the monitor settings here, but I found one major issue already in that this is not an IPS panel, which is actually a huge flaw in my opinion, because IPS panels basically give you better viewing angles. So because this monitor is so large, it's going to be sitting off to the left or right of your desk. And because it's not an IPS panel, a lot of times you can't even see what's on that monitor anymore, just simply because it's off to your side. So I would have recommended an IPS panel for this. That's definitely something that XP Pen takes the win on. Now, the drawing experience and the responsiveness of the pen, I'd say would be superior slightly to XP Pen. So some pens kind of have like the slightest a bit of lag or delay. And I gotta admit, the Huion's, it's like the second you touch the pen to the tablet, it's extremely responsive. However, it's too responsive because it seems like when I'm trying to draw lines and I lift up the pen, I get these knots in my lines. And this seems to only really be happening with Adobe Animate. I actually encountered the same exact problem with a different tablet brand called Artisol, and they weren't able to figure out what the problem was. I emailed Huion and asked them about it, and they said try different brushes. Sometimes certain brushes can cause that error in certain programs, but regardless of that fact, I've never had this issue with XP Pen, and that's pretty important to note because afterwards I had to go up and clean up all those little knots in my line work, and it was super annoying. So I don't know why it does that, but it should be something they can fix with software. I tried changing the pressure sensitivity and it didn't make any difference, but it feels like you're lifting your pen up off the tablet and it keeps drawing for just a millisecond in an opposite direction. The screen itself is not necessarily like the glass feel of XP Pen. It's a little bit more like drawing on matte. So if that's your thing, you get a little bit more friction, which I think actually does help a lot of artists. It definitely felt good for me. I liked it. I'm used to drawing on the glass of the XP Pen, so your pen kind of slides around a little bit more, which can make it tougher to get straight lines and things like that. But it's not a major difference. It's just something to note if you like that kind of feedback from dragging your pen along the screen. Looking on their website, it says that this glass is chemically etched anti-glare glass. So it's a screen that virtually eliminates reflections and reduces eye strain as compared to traditional glass. So that's the difference right there. In terms of brightness, contrast, saturation, and resolution, I was not crazy impressed. I mean, it really didn't feel like I was working on a quad HD monitor. The XP Pens, you definitely feel like everything is super resolution. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's this chemically etched glass, but I didn't feel like that here. It really didn't feel like I was working on a quad HD resolution monitor, but it still got the job done in terms of size. Since it is technically quad HD, you can reduce the size of the toolbars and everything around your canvas surface, meaning that you get way more surface area to draw on. So even though it's only 2 inches bigger than a 22-inch tablet, you get like twice the size of the screen to use. Okay, so here's my line work for this Murata Beerus. Here's the flat colors, and here is the shading. I had to increase the size a little bit. Here's with the filter to give it that anime look, and then ultimately effects in a background. What do you think? If you guys want to download this image to use as a wallpaper or something, it'll be on my Twitter. Just click it and then right-click Save As, and you can use it for whatever you want. So would I suggest this tablet over the XP Pen, which is the same price? Absolutely not. In fact, the only thing that I kind of liked more on this tablet over the XP Pen was the matte finish onto the panel itself, because it gave you a little bit more friction. Drawing felt like, I don't know, a little bit easier, but there was too many errors with my line work with these notches. I felt like I had like less control sometimes, and the panel is not nearly as clear. It's supposed to be also Ultra HD 1440p, but it certainly does not look and feel like that to me at all. The XP Pen's panel is just far superior. It's just a much better monitor, and for the price, for the same exact price, it's a much higher quality monitor. Now the XP Pen's panel, in terms of just being a quad HD monitor, the colors, the contrast, I feel was far superior. And also the buttons and the wheel, the express keys that it provides, I felt like were superior in terms of tactile feedback and just overall quality. I feel like the XP Pen's overall quality is slightly better. It feels like it's more worth the $900. So although these two products are almost identical, I'd give the slight edge to the XP Pen. So here are my 3 attempts at Murata's Beerus, kind of trying to bring his sketch to life a little bit. I'm not the best artist in the world, so I'd like to see you guys show me on Twitter. Tag me on Twitter at Mastar Media and show me your attempt at drawing this big, beefy, godlike Beerus that Murata sketched. I'd love to see what you guys have. I'm Mastar. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one.